Welcome to What You Missed When You Didn't Exist, and this time around, love is in the air. I'm Corbett,
Ooh.
and I am 54.
And I am Lucy, officially 25. Whoop, whoop.
That does not work with my vibe.
But I'm feeling alive. Boom.
Mm.
Sick poetry for you.
So on this podcast, it's me and my daughter talking about things that happened when she wasn't around, basically things that happened from 1970 to the year 2000. And what wasn't around? Love.
Okay. Wow. That's a dark turn on life. Okay. How did I get here if it was not for love, Father?
It was an arranged marriage. Just don't worry about it.
Okay.
No. No, I was just going to talk about how dating worked. How the modern dating concept worked, because I kind of know how it works now, but let's pretend I don't and talk about it from the time frame before. Back in the 80s, actually before that, even in the 50s, there were dating services that you would go in, fill out a questionnaire, they would categorize it and try to figure out who matches close to your questionnaire answers, and that person would be paired up with you. And they were kind of hit or miss. It was just about as easy as to just go to the bar, go to wherever, and just hit on whoever you see, which sounds awesome. In the actually the late 70s, they started off with something that was amazing. Technology that would change our romantic lifestyle. VHS tapes.
Hey, look at that.
There was a service, I think the first one that came out in 76, at least I can find, is called Great Expectations. And I kind of remember it in general. You would go in, fill out a video cassette, record yourself talking to the video about what you're all about and what you're like. This gave people a chance to see you and hear you, and you kind of respond to, yeah, I like walking on the beach, blah, blah, blah. And that's really where that casual catchphrase came from. I like walking on the beach and having long conversations, and I like reading books by the fire with my pet dog. And it was kind of that. It really was captured in a lot of these cheesy video pieces. And then you would go in and they would say, we think this person, this person, and this person. They would show you those videos and you would decide if any of those sparked anything for you without having to meet them.
Okay. Were these the ones at the mall? Like you could film them at the mall, or was that later?
I think there was some of those that were at the mall. They were usually in like mini malls, like strip malls, because they were kind of lowbrow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you would go in, they would set you up. Basically, it was a blind dating with sort of you see them first. But they were moderately popular. They became bigger, I think, in the 80s and 90s because VHS became more common and people would just send in their tapes. They could film it themselves and send it in. They wouldn't have to go to the place to do it because people by the 80s and 90s had their own camcorders or some way to get a camcorder and record themselves.
Yeah.
Of course, nowadays you can do it on your phone, but that's a different world. And nobody does that anyway because it's different. It wasn't until the 90s that it changed over to the internet. That's when, like Friend Finder and Match.com and those started popping up. They would do actual algorithms that were still kind of similar to the ones that were made back in the 50s. Oh, you like paintings. Well, he likes paintings and he likes this and that. And, they crisscross as much as they can to match you with somebody who likes the exact same things you like. I don't know if that's the best plan to find love. I think you kind of want to have
differences, for sure.
Yeah, you want a little friction so you fit together like Velcro.
Yeah. That's a weird way to put it, but okay. I was thinking like puzzle pieces.
Well, puzzle pieces sounds nice, but Velcro sticks together. If you have two sides of the same type of Velcro, it doesn't stick.
That's true.
You have the soft, fuzzy side, and you have the hard, stiff side. And when you put them together, they hold together, baby. That's love. Love of Velcro.
Love is Velcro. Wow. That's crazy. Why haven't they done that? That would be a great Velcro ad.
I don't think they need to advertise Velcro.
They should.
I could be wrong.
They should.
They should advertise Velcro. Well, there's a match make for you right there. But the point being that people were always looking for togetherness and ways to feel vibed together. And I think it's just a general thing that nobody wants to go to the bar because you kind of have other people going for other reasons to bars.
Yeah.
Wanting a partner as opposed to somebody for tonight.
Yeah.
or just to get a drink or whatever. I don't know a good follow up to that, but yeah. So video dating was a thing. That was a thing that I would say my generation pretty much is the one that kind of coined it. The Gen X guys threw that together, and then Gen Zers, or no, it's millennials took off and started turning it into the internet phenomenon. But nowadays, you just like instantaneously decide like that second you see them. Isn't it that way?
It depends. Actually, it
Oh,
it does depend
but you've given up
because
on dating because you're getting married.
yeah, it's over. Over and done with.
I don't know, you should date a little, see what it's like. You never
Oh
know.
my word. No, online dating is so different because it's so superficial. Because you don't get the videos or anything. There was a point on like Hinge, like that dating app, where you could voice record yourself, but you could never do a video. And I feel like a video is so much more personal. So I don't know why they're not doing that on the dating apps. Maybe it like saves data space or whatever. But instead
Well,
you
you don't
just
want people to be foiled before they get out there.
I guess. I don't know. So instead, you just put together this essentially Instagram bio and profile. It's like, here's me, here's my likes and dislikes. Some of them get straight to the nitty gritty and like, what's your political demographic and who do you identify as? And like all the things. Then you can also put in your preferences of like, I don't want to date these kinds of people that do these kinds of things.
Mm.
And then you swipe. You just look at profiles and do that kind of thing. I think something that guys don't know about, so sorry girls, I'm going to expose this all, is a lot of times when you have a friend that's on a dating app or dating someone, a good girl thing to do is to put your phone screen and like cast it on the TV and kind of do what Mia Thermopolis does in Princess Diaries when they go through the profiles of all the princes on the screen and just kind of rate them of like, I like this prince. This is nice. Except you do it on the girl's phone and you
Mm.
scroll through all your dating profiles. And so you and all of your friends also are swiping on all of these dating profiles.
So you're like team dating?
Yes, team dating.
Oh boy,
Because let's
that
face
sounds
it, if
dangerous.
you are dating one of the girls, you got to date all of her friends as well. Like that's just, which sounds bad, but you need
That sounds
to.
pretty obnoxious.
It does. But you need to be able to be friends with your girlfriends. It's just that support in a friendship and a relationship. Like those need to be harmonious. Because if you have a friend that's like, well, I hate that guy. So either one person leaves and it's either the friend or the boyfriend. Like that's just kind of how life works. But I think with online dating, it's switched over to such a superficial thing that it's hard to meet people in those kinds of relationships. And so online dating has kind of turned into another version of the bar and the hookup spot. And I think bars have actually become not the spot to go look for hookups because there's so much date rape prevention,
Mm.
or men are aware that they're trying not to be, I don't want to go and scare women off. Like, I don't want to become the guy on the news for doing something. So I think the bar has kind of become an okay spot to be for the most part.
Just to be fair, there are women who reverse that role.
But I'm aware. I'm aware.
Mm. Sorry, not to slam you down, but
No, like I
it's probably not equal. I'm sure it's definitely more on the guy's side than it is on the girl's side. But,
well, I'm saying like in terms of going to the bar, I think going to the bar is strictly for fun. I don't think anyone goes to try to like find the love of their life or whatever. And then you go on dating apps and you know you're not going to find anyone that you like, but you're just looking for temporary companionship that you know isn't all that serious. And then I think
that just
now,
sounds depressing.
well, it is, but I think now we're kind of switching to a spot where a lot of people are having a hard time making like friends generally. And so what people are doing now is they're going on these friend making apps and they'll go make friends with people with whom they have similar interests, or they want to do a similar like kind of date night activity for one night. Like they'll all go to the zoo together or they'll all go to do this date. And it's a group of like 5 to 10 people. So you're meeting a bunch of people at once and you're all experiencing the same activity, but maybe you don't like the same things necessarily, but you did all get interested by that one quote unquote date activity. So you're going on a group
Okay.
date and you're meeting more people that way. And then also because it's, a friendly environment with a group of 5 to 10 people, you're more open to more serious relationships, I guess, because you're looking for friends. And I feel like the best kinds of relationships are founded in friendships. So I think more people are meeting their partners that way. I can't
Yeah,
speak
that
for
doesn't
that,
sound
but
like a bad plan, honestly. Dating as a group, though it seems like somebody's going to get left out.
probably. I mean, that's just a victim of circumstance.
Well, if you go with 5 people, one person's not going to fit the schematic here.
That's true.
One person's guaranteed to get stuck in the friend zone for sure. And unless you're going for like the bachelorette or the bachelor style of one male or one female and all the rest are the other.
Yeah.
And that sounds like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I have seen those shows and they are not well done.
Oh, but they're
They-
so fun and dramatic. It's awesome.
Oh, geez.
It's
they
awesome to
seem-
watch. Terrible to be a part of.
I can only imagine.
But no, I think that's kind of what we're shifting towards as we go into the future of dating. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like now because I've been out of the dating game for 4 years now. So the world could change for all I know.
Keep your profile up.
Thanks. I did meet Nakoa at a party, so I will say, like, maybe the bar's not the place, but a house party's the place.
Yeah, you met Nakoa at a party during COVID. And what were you playing?
Spin the bottle. Classic. A classic.
Good call.
A classic.
Only at a college.
Hey, I was in my 20s. Actually, I'm still in my 20s, but now I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old now.
Now you're old. It's nice to know there's still ways to find love. And there were kind of separated versions of the dating places.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the late 90s, they would have, when they started doing like Match.com was the first one I remember. The first one that sticks out in my mind. But there was like J-Date, which was like for the Jewish people.
Yeah.
So you could find a nice Jewish boy.
Yeah.
I think there was Farmer. There was one for farmers
Oh,
because they were always out
yeah.
farming. So they wouldn't have time to go to a bar, much less dating anybody. It's like, I'm working a farm.
Yeah. No.
So I kind of get that. And I don't think any of this is new because technically in the 1800s and probably currently, there was the mail order bride system
That's true.
where you would say, hey, if you come and be my wife, then you'll become a citizen or something like that.
That's true.
That worked pretty well back in the 1800s because ultimately guys were miners or working ranches or wherever, and there was no way they were ever going to meet any type of woman.
Yes. Yeah.
Having one shipped out to you seemed like the best plan.
Well, we all know that a marriage of 2 people is simply a business deal.
Yeah.
A way to benefit both families.
Older couples really accepted that a lot easier. Talking with a lot of like my grandparents and older their friends who were like, oh, we didn't love each other. We just, had an arrangement.
Like people that got married older, or the older generation, you mean?
The older generations.
Oh.
They kind of knew, like, we don't love each other, but we love each other.
That doesn't make sense. What logic is that?
If you're dealing with a problem together, as long as you're working together, even if you don't quote unquote love one another, you still have a relationship.
Is it like respect, or is it just acceptance, or is it just
I would consider it a business agreement. How about that?
a
Does that sound
business
better?
arrangement? Weird.
I mean, what do you want to know? It's not like I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying, like, if you were alone, it would be nice to have somebody there, even if they weren't the love of your life.
I guess.
Trapped on a desert island, you either start talking to a soccer ball or you start talking to a person.
Why don't you just get a pet? Everyone talks to their pets, and they're not
That's
crazy
true.
people.
What, you can't talk to a soccer ball?
Nope. That's for crazy people. I know you talk to computers all day, but some people do other things.
That's all right. Well, I hope everybody finds love this time around. If not, there's places to go look for it.
Find love
So.
or self-care. Love yourself. Oh, I realize that's a bad thing now that I said that. But
It's just funny the way you said it.
self-care, spa day.
But for what you missed when you didn't exist, may love find you one way or another.